Hello, this is Happy Jig here with my signature 6000 Pro. Before we turn the rotor on, I think I should say a few things. This rotor, there are very, very, very few resources or videos or images of this rotor working and in operation on how to adjust it and what it does and yada yada yada. So, this rotor, to me at least, has a lot of mystery surrounding it. I didn't know very much about it, and, well, the manual especially, the manual is absolute garbage. It is so friggin' vague. So, I guess, because it's so terrible, I'll go over some things that the manual covers very poorly. Now, the only good quality video of this rotor on YouTube is of the Nelson version, or a variant of the Nelson version, but this is the latest, the signature version. So, well, I guess we should, well, before I turn it on, I think I should say two more things. Firstly, there's a kind of unique small hole where a screw would go to lock the cap in place, because to adjust the rotor, you twist off the cap, which I'll go over a little later after we turn it on. And this rotor has a very uniquely designed body. It's very sleek, it's very elegant. I like it a lot. So, without further ado, let's turn it on. So, now that it's on, there it is. It's working. But the purpose of this video is to go more in depth and more in detail. So, firstly, I should say, if you can see, that is a multi-orifice nozzle. Something that, well, this rotor and K-Rain primarily use. And, well, one more thing I should say is, there's the 6000 and then there's the 5500. They are exactly the same, except the 5500 rotates a bit faster, it throws a shorter distance, and it accepts different nozzles. They will fit in each other's bodies as far as I know, and I'm about to receive a 5500. I ordered one a few days ago, and it should be arriving sometime soon, so I'll make a video of that when it arrives. But one unique thing about this rotor, or almost unique if it weren't for the K-Rain K2, is the height of the turret. It is very tall. It takes up more than half of the visible riser, but probably about half once you actually get down. So, let's go over the very, very unique part of this rotor, the part that is so poorly explained and understood, the part that makes me love this rotor so much. The adjustment method. Now, this rotor adjusts more like an impact sprinkler. I'm sorry if the mist is getting in the camera, but nah. It's a GoPro, it's waterproof. There's a small nub, well, you'll get to see it reversed now. There's a small nub that pushes it against those arms, and when the rotor gets to a stop, it clicks, and it goes in the other direction. So, yeah, this is pretty unique. You adjust it by either removing this, what they call a click set disc, where you put what I primarily use is you put your finger in between the two arms, and you move it to spread them apart, just like that. I didn't move it very much because I don't want to mess the arc up. But something I was very afraid of with this rotor is it does not have arc fast forwarding. I'll say that again because it's so out of the ordinary. It does not have arc fast forwarding. So, how do you do that? Is the adjustment process painfully slow? Well, for the first few years of this rotor's production, yes. Yes, it was. It was a pain in the word I won't say on my YouTube channel. But now, they've come up with a solution. And that solution is really, really cool and awesome. It's called the slip clutch. and it protects against vandalism too. I was really afraid to turn it because the manual might have been wrong. The manual might have been stupid. It might have lied. But I gained the confidence, and what do you know? It was right. So that's what this rotor has instead of a slip clutch. I mean, instead of a fast forward function, it has a slip clutch, like a vandal resistant rotor would have, because this is a vandal resistant rotor. So let me just move this a little bit more. There. Because if you see this teeny tiny little nub there, that actually helps with the vandal resistance. So this is the first time this has probably been put on the internet, so let's do this. This is this rotor's vandal resistant properties in action. The slip clutch and the automatic arc return. So watch. Now, as you can see, that little nub has become misaligned with the little groove that it goes into. But as the rotor turns back to its regular arc position, it will rotate the disc back into place, and it will click and stay in place, as you'll be able to see for the first time on the internet. Ta-da! It's magic! It's one of the reasons why I love this rotor so much. It's just so unique. It looks so good. Ugh. Maybe I should stop rambling on how I like this rotor and go over some of more of its neat features. So, once it turns away from the disc, well, I guess once it turns away, or no, I can actually turn it off. Well, I should look out because for some reason, I don't know why, because this has nothing to clean out, but there's a small hole somewhere in there that shoots water whenever it pops down. Kind of like rainbird rotors do, but with no purpose, as far as I know. So this is your click set disc. I won't adjust it because, it already has a good arc pattern. But this is the part circle side that you leave up if you want to set it to part circle operation. And this is the full circle side. So, get in there. As you can see, that is round, that is jagged to key in to that square there. So if I put it in black side up, you don't need the disc in here if it's going to be in full circle, but as you can see, the disc can now freely move. So as the rotor goes along its arc, it will push that continuously. So you can keep the disc in there and put it in full circle mode. So it's a part full circle rotor with a replaceable cap that is completely tamper resistant. And it comes in a short range variant. So you get all the features of a high-end 3/4 inch rotor into the range of a short range rotor, which is, oh my god, it is so awesome. And it's why I love this rotor so much. And one of the last things I should say is, you can see the date code down there. It's 0602 something, 1 something. I don't know the year, and it's 1139 was when it was made. So there, cap on, all ready to go. So I guess I'll leave you with this rotor for a little bit. Well, one thing I should mention is old Nelson versions, made sometime before 2004, do not have the slip clutch. So if you have old ones, unless you're okay with breaking it, don't test to see if it does. Well, that kind of links back to what I said earlier. And off. there. So that was that rotor. When I get it in the mail, I'll make a video of this rotor's smaller in range but not smaller in size brother. And I'll go over the very few differences there are. So, this has been a Happy Jig production, and goodbye.